Peter Yarrow, the legendary American singer-songwriter, has passed away today, leaving behind a legacy that has touched millions of lives. His death marks the end of an era in both music and activism, as his voice and songs became synonymous with the social movements of the 1960s and beyond. As one of the founding members of Peter, Paul, and Mary, Yarrow helped define the soundtrack of a generation seeking peace, love, and justice. His passing is felt deeply across the world, especially by those whose lives were shaped by his music and his commitment to change. While we mourn his loss, we also celebrate the indelible mark he left on both the cultural and political landscapes. Peter Yarrow may have left us, but his songs and ideals will continue to resonate for generations to come. For more tributes and stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Peter Yarrow was not just a musician, he was a voice of a generation. Born in 1938, he became one of the most influential figures in American folk music as a member of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Together, they brought a unique sound to the folk movement, blending tight harmonies with simple yet powerful lyrics that resonated deeply with listeners. Yarrow's ability to craft songs that captured the spirit of social change made him a beloved figure not only in the music world, but in the hearts of those fighting for equality and justice. Songs like Puff, the Magic Dragon, and If I Had a Hammer became more than just tunes. They were anthems of hope and peace. Yarrow's work transcended music, influencing not just the sound of the time, but the very fabric of the civil rights and anti-war movements. His commitment to both his craft and his causes made him an enduring legend in American culture. Peter Yarrow's journey to stardom began in the late 1950s, when he, along with Paul Stookey and Mary Travers, formed Peter, Paul, and Mary. The group quickly became a household name, thanks to their harmonious blend of folk, pop, and social activism. Their music was fresh, accessible, and deeply rooted in the political climate of the time. Yarrow's own songwriting style became a cornerstone of the band's success. Their breakthrough came with the release of Puff, the Magic Dragon, a song that, despite its childlike innocence, became a symbol of the 1960s counterculture. Another iconic song, Blowin' in the Wind, solidified their place in history as they stood alongside other artists as voices of the civil rights and anti-war movements. As the group's fame grew, so did their influence, often performing at political rallies, marches, and in front of those who needed the uplifting power of music the most. Through their music, Peter Yarrow and his bandmates didn't just entertain. They empowered, galvanized, and inspired. Beyond his musical contributions, Peter Yarrow was deeply committed to activism, using his platform to fight for justice, peace, and equality. His songs were often infused with messages of social change, but it was his actions off stage that truly solidified his legacy as a champion of human rights. Throughout the 1960s and beyond, Yarrow was an outspoken advocate for civil rights, frequently participating in marches and rallies alongside leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was also a strong voice in the anti-Vietnam War movement, believing that music could inspire change and bring people together to challenge injustice. Yarrow's dedication to causes like children's rights and environmental protection further showcased his commitment to shaping a better world. He wasn't just a musician, he was a tireless advocate for those whose voices weren't always heard. His activism was not limited to just performing at rallies, but extended into his personal life, where he worked with organizations dedicated to social justice. Yarrow's ability to blend music with activism made him a beacon of hope during turbulent times, reminding us that art and action can go hand in hand in the fight for a more just society. Peter Yarrow's connection with his fans went far beyond the stage. creating a bond that felt deeply personal and genuine. He was known for his warmth, humility, and the way he made each person feel like they were a part of something larger than themselves. Whether it was at a rally or a small, intimate concert, Yarrow had a unique ability to make his audience feel seen and heard. He didn't just perform for them, he engaged with them, listened to their stories, and shared in their struggles. Many fans recall his sincere interactions after performances, where he would take time to speak to them, sign autographs, and even offer words of encouragement. Yarrow's activism wasn't limited to his music. He used his personal platform to amplify the voices of the oppressed, creating spaces where people felt empowered to speak up and act. His approachability and genuine care for others made him not just a legendary musician, but a beloved figure in the lives of those he touched. His concerts were more than just shows. They were moments of collective unity and shared purpose. For many, Peter Yarrow was a friend, a mentor, and a symbol of hope. Peter Yarrow's passing today marks a profound moment in both the music world and the broader cultural landscape. His death has left fans, fellow musicians, and activists reflecting on the extraordinary impact he had over his long career. While details surrounding his passing remain private, the outpouring of tributes from across the globe speaks to the depth of his influence. In the wake of his death, many are remembering not just the songs he wrote, but the values he championed: peace, love, equality, and justice. Fellow musicians, such as Bob Dylan and Joan Baez, have already paid their respects, acknowledging that Yarrow was not only a musical icon, but also a true warrior for change. As the news spreads, fans flood social media, sharing stories of how Yarrow's music and activism shaped their lives. The sorrow of his loss is matched only by the gratitude for the legacy he leaves behind, a legacy that will continue to inspire future generations. Despite the sadness of his passing, Peter Yarrow's spirit will live on in the songs he gifted to the world and the countless lives he touched. Peter Yarrow's legacy is one that transcends music and activism. It is woven into the fabric of American history. His songs continue to echo through the years, inspiring both old and new generations. Though his physical presence is no longer with us, his music remains as a testament to the enduring power of art to spark change. Songs like Puff, the Magic Dragon, and Where Have All the Flowers Gone are not just melodies, they are pieces of cultural history, reminders of a time when music had the power to unite people in their shared hopes for a better world. Yarrow's role in the folk movement and his dedication to the causes he believed in have made him an enduring symbol of resilience and compassion. Today, his songs are sung in classrooms, protests, and living rooms, continuing to inspire those who believe in the possibility of a more just and peaceful world. Peter Yarrow may be gone, but his music will forever resonate, reminding us that change is possible when we stand together for what is right. His voice lives on, a timeless beacon for those who continue to fight for the values he held dear. As we reflect on Peter Yarrow's life and legacy, it's clear that his influence will never fade. His music, his activism, and his spirit were all integral parts of the soundtrack to America's fight for justice, equality, and peace. Through every song, rally, and campaign, he left a lasting imprint on the hearts and minds of millions. Peter Yarrow's contributions went far beyond the lyrics of his songs. He was a catalyst for change, using his voice to not only entertain, but to educate and inspire. His passing today leaves a void in the world, but it also provides us with an opportunity to remember and honor the ideals he stood for. His music will continue to inspire future generations to fight for a better world, one where love, peace, and justice are always the goal. As we say goodbye to a true American legend, we carry forward his message. His song is far from over. For more tributes and insights into the life of Peter Yarrow, be sure to subscribe to our channel.